Oh yeah. All right. Took me a minute to get in here, but hey, I'm here. So, anyways, guys, what should we do? What should we do? I got my Sega right here, so let's. So, no, you know what? No. We don't have to play anything right now. Dudes, I just wanna. Dudes, male, female, non-binary folk. I just wanna talk to y'all for a minute. I know that some of you are like. I know some of you are probably like, dude, what the fuck? But let me explain something about my older videos, okay? Like some of you, but mostly it's these videos that I did in the past that were about like Ian Flynn, which, again, because Ian Flynn's whole escapade with Sonic Frontiers, it probably brought back my, my adamant dislike of Ian Flynn, which people literally, every time I talk about it, I get a fat dislike because no one wants to hear, because no one wants to just listen to me just talk about Ian Flynn, and like, fair enough, but I'm like, it's my channel. It's the this video you clicked on, you know what you're getting yourself into. But no one ever like looks at the date, like do you guys not understand that like 3 years have like passed since I did some of those videos? Where well, none of you would know this, but a certain event happened to me like a few years back, which really changed my outlook on things. And like everybody who looks at these old videos, like of like 3 years ago to 2 years ago to 5 years ago, they just think I have the same opinion, and it's just so annoying. Like, ew, you missed the point. Well, do you not even understand that video I did afterwards? No, you didn't, because you looked at the one. You looked at this old one and assumed that, oh, I have the same kind of opinions I had back then. Ooh, you're totally smart. Like, I'm not trying to get mad at anybody here, but it does kind of get kind of frustrating. I remember when I did that video, when someone saw my video on ISO and just thought, well, you don't understand why ISO didn't like what you said. I told her to calm down and try it again, and that was like dismissive to her. It's one of the reasons I don't even watch ISO anymore, because it pretty much shows that, like, seriously, I still feel like, even though I got like a kind of half-assed apology, it just pretty much showed that she didn't understand what I was trying to say at all. Did you watch all my video? Yes, I watched all your video. I watched you basically dogpile on freaking Breath of the Wild because you were dealing with because you were basically dealing with something else. And you let the freaking review suffer for it, instead of actually taking a break for yourself. Yes, I saw your video. And I know, like, if I'm going out advice, no one knows me, so, you got a bigger thing to distrust me and all that. But it's like, when a motherfucker gives you advice, you're gonna either listen to it or don't. But don't act like I did this just to fuck with you. Dude, if I really wanted to mess with somebody, like, seriously, when I was, like, trying to give this one dude advice about the whole, like, hatred of various other things, and they just assumed that I was, like, I was trying to fuck with them. But it's like, yeah, okay, like, I would really go out of my way, literally go out of my way to literally say, hey, yeah, I just want to help you just to mess with you. How does that work? Like, someone tell me, how does that work? And another thing, when I was dealing with Goku Warrior, whatever he's calling himself now, he used to be Gohan Teen Fighter. When I was trying to explain to him what the fuck was actually going on, like the Vic Mignogna stuff and all this other stuff, I was trying to be subtle about it because I don't think the man noticed this back then. But people were right. People were weird. We got a freaking people. We had a bunch of people called Cake Vic, and they would have descended on my video like a flock of geese. I don't think anybody understood that. But of course he didn't, because everything is about the dub. Which, shockingly enough, he should have figured out that I was trying to be sly about it because I didn't want to. Because one. Ever since the whole Vic Mignogna thing, I've been staying away from dubbed anime in general, except for the older shit, because I actually like that stuff. Except that they're Viz dubs. If they're Viz Media dubs, yeah, they're okay. But I will never watch another Funimation dub. Well, unless it was like a watch party and, a friend wanted to watch something with me, and then I'd watch it. But that dude assumes that I just hate the sub when actually that ain't even the case. What the case was, Cake Vic had, like, the stuff with Vic Mignogna happened. I lost all my faith in Funimation. There's a bunch of shit that went down, and that dude didn't even understand that. I tried to explain that to him, but he's like, no, all you say is BS. Then why the fuck I don't get people who constantly, they want to fucking start something. Dude didn't understand this one thing. I blocked him way back in the Death Battle days when he was being a belligerent asshole because one, Annie was trying to help me out with my girlfriend. Annie was trying to help me out at the time, dealing with this dude, and this motherfucker went off This motherfucker went off, and I blocked him, and that was years ago. But this dude could not understand. Don't even remember me. So, but doesn't remember me, but still I feel like he kind of vaguely remembers me a little bit because I did used to piss him off back in the day. Oh no! But either way, it was just kind of a dumb. It was kind of a dumb thing. I gave him my last thing. He just said, BS, BS, BS. And one of his little fans started to just fucking jump in and spam me and all this other shit. It's stupid. And like, Goku Warrior, whatever your name is, whatever you're calling yourself nowadays, I don't fucking care anymore. I don't care. Because I'm an anime fan, whether it be subbed or dubbed. I'm sorry that you couldn't figure out what I was trying to say, because you're about as thick as a post. But in any case, I'm gonna go back to reviewing things soon enough. I've just been so busy with my other projects. There's a lot of things. There's a few things like when Gohan Team Warrior didn't understand that I was doing, because y'all know I do character voices, right? I had to explain that. So I was doing an opening with I was doing my own Sakamura voice, talking to Bugsy Prime, which was technically. Hold up, I heard a ding. Hold on. Oh yeah. Okay, it's okay. That's done. So I could do that. So I could do that in a minute. Okay. So, like I was trying to say, guys, it just so I was trying to find all the ocean lines, back when back when Funimation and back when the ocean dub was still a thing. Basically showing that there were Superman lines with Goku. I didn't find those lines until way later because someone re-uploaded them. Not like Toei would have taken those down, by the way. But hey, some people didn't didn't understand what I was trying to say. Like, it's like when you try. It's like when you talk to Gohan Team Hunter, it's like talking to a brick wall back in those days. Still is, by the way. Still is. Last time I talked to him, it was like, no, you're wrong. You're just this and that. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, okay, dude, why you getting so worked up? But like, dude didn't even look at my video. He was just like, yeah, you know what no, like, dude was getting rightfully pissed. You know how we know Mario the Plumber, fakes his rage. No. He's like actual Mario the Plumber if he was actually like serious. Like, or better yet, if Cardcat was a human, and if you know that reference, you know. I'm not gonna explain it. Like, if you're not a Homestuck fan, I can't really do nothing for you there. Like, the amount of people I used to deal with on a daily basis who just literally just couldn't stand me, there was a lot of people. There was like a lot of people, and I remember them all. To Mr. Sega and his morons. To back in the day when I first started this whole shebang with my YouTube channel, and I had to deal with when I had a girlfriend by the name of Susie, and dealing with X Factor, and oh my god, like one of these days I'll tell you that story, guys. I'll tell you that story on my website, by the way. But yeah, it was pretty wild back then. Let's just say I said something and literally this man folded. He folded. I was like, dude, I just said one word a bunch of times. And like, he just folded. I was like, I don't even know. He just like gave up. And then there were various anti-channels. There, like, I wasn't famous enough. I wasn't actually even like close to internet famous. I wasn't internet famous at all, to be honest. But I wasn't like internet hateable enough to get like an anti Bobobo fan back in the day. And sometimes, it would surprise me when I did my old videos back in the day, and sometimes YouTubers that I liked would comment. Like some of the people back in the day for the Turnabout musical actually saw my stupid little Turnabout musical thing where my characters are basically just commenting on the musical. It's a black background, so I didn't really have like images or pictures or whatever. And like, they just didn't understand what I was doing, and like, I had to make a video to explain it. Like, this is mock-off. This is what I do. I was just doing something that made fun of it. And like, I don't know if they fully understood what I was doing. And like, to be honest, I like to try and just, the thing was, I was trying to blur the line between like my, me, the me that you're talking to and the version of me that I play. And it's hard to do now because like, because people, like, if I don't spell it out for them, like, literally be the most bluntest motherfucker in the world, they will not pick up on the fact that I'm doing a bit. They will not pick it up. Unless I break the immersion and basically say, yes, this is all fiction. But you think when you hear something like this or something like this, and they're talking about flying and magic and all that shit, you think someone would be like, wait a minute, okay, this is obviously this dude's attempt at trying to do characters in his own way. Yeah. And there's this one dude, I forget his username, but he was like, well, Ansukamaru doesn't exist. You're just talking to yourself. And I wanted to just type, oh, really? I didn't know. I thought someone was in the room with me, dipshit. Oh, I didn't fucking know. Oh, thank you. I thought I was talking to myself. It could be that I was trying to do a character and your stupid ass didn't understand the subtlety of what I was trying to do. Sorry, I'm just like, I'm venting. And this has been long, these vents have been long overdue. Like, it's kind of hard to do what I do. Because you're not going to be liked. With my kind of opinions, I know that I'm not the best liked motherfucker in the world. Fuck. I think ever since Gohan Team Fighter made that video, it probably made me even more hated than I was. And I'm fine with that. But it's hard to really be genuine sometimes when everybody thinks that, because you talked about this dude and you talked about Ian Flynn, you're just this and that. When all I've ever tried to do is, kind of, vent a little bit. To vent, and then just try to be entertaining. After dealing with Sonic 93 and doing those 3 rants, I just got tired of actually ranting. Because, after Sonic 93 left, I was like, and thought about Yoshi We Won, I was like, oh shit, this is, I did, me ranting the way I have, who knows if I actually affected somebody exactly like Yoshi We Won. So it made me reconsider a lot of things. Again, another thing that changed with me. And the stuff that I dealt with 3 years ago. A lot of things since, and this goes back around, a lot of things in my life have changed. I'm not the same. Well, okay, I'm still a little bit of the same angry dude I used to be. But it's a lot more channeled now. Okay, except for when I talked about Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That kind of came out, and I don't know where it came from. It just, erupted. But not the point. And, excuse me for a minute. Anyways, but yeah, things have changed. So, I don't know. If anybody really expects some sort of fight from me, you look at one of my old videos and you're expecting me to get all angry, pissy, and all mad at you. You're ready for me to call you out your name. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna try and get you. I'm not gonna give you what you want. Realize that these old videos you look at are old and they do not reflect. Most of them don't reflect how I feel anymore. I don't know how, what else I could say to that. The thing I want to say is, remember, I'm an entertainer, and behind behind this virtual, this virtual room, there is a man who just wants to entertain you, probably vent at you a little bit, and make a few videos or two. You guys need to understand that, yeah, I'm this. I used to be this, but I'm not really this anymore because a lot of changes have happened. The fact that I had diabetes, and then I found out that was a diabetic episode I had, and it made me change my whole lifestyle. And I'm still going through that. Change now. I know I don't have diabetes, but I'm still trying to do the best I can with that. Again, there's a lot of things that are going on. There's a lot of things that have been going on. Y'all know there's a lot of things going on outside this channel. But there's a lot of things that are going inside this channel. So, I want you to understand that. So, before you look at a little video, look at the date. Look how long it's been since my previous videos that I'm doing right now. And ask me, hey, Bugsy, do you feel like this still? And if I say no, you just take it as is. You take it as is, man. But if I say yes, which will be very rare, let me explain myself. Okay? Can we do that? I just want you all to know that, all the older videos, they're not how I think anymore. Some are, some aren't. But what you could do is just ask me. It's not that hard to do. Just say, hey, Bugsy, Mr. No Name. Or, just say Bugsy or Mr. No Name or Bugsy No Name. Just say, hey, do you still feel about this topic? And I'll say yes or no. It's not a hard thing. Anybody who basically just looks at my old videos, I'm gonna get you to this video right here. You watch it, you understand what the fuck is going on, or you don't watch the whole thing and you think it's pointless because you don't want to hear me yammer on. But it's like, you're watching one of my older videos that are longer, so I don't really get you can't sit down for a minute to watch. You can sit down to watch this, but you can't sit down to listen to me talk about this. That makes perfect sense. It kind of reminds me of this one dude, Matt 2. This one dude. He would whine. He was whining, and when I was talking about the past, he was like, "Yeah, why? You're whining, motherfucker! You're whining." God, let me just say this, dude. Let me just say this. That whole feud that me and him had was so dumb because he just couldn't understand why I kept talking about him. When really, it was just, I don't even remember why. I remember that I was still dealing with stuff, and I said maybe one thing about him, and that set him off, and I'm like, why are you talking about me? I'm like, see, but let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to all you, right? You're on the internet, okay? You're on the internet, right? People will say whatever about you. Okay? But don't lash out like Matt 2 did back in the time when we were feuding. Because it just proves that one, and the dude, when we were feuding, the dude was like, well, God forbid me just trying to tell you how to, he said this, and this was when the thing that happened to me happened. So I was sad and mad at the same fucking time. But the dude was like, you know, the dude was like, God forbid I just help you get better by critiquing you. When literally, it was just the dude getting pissy that I fucking that I've said something about him in like one video that was like a second. That was how bad Matt 2 was like, just on me back in those days. It was, and you know, even though me and Annie and him buried the hatchet, he blocked my girlfriend, right? He like blocked my girlfriend from the leaks of the My Little Pony, for like the last season of it, and it was these leaks that were true, and he was like, these are totally legit, and the dude didn't believe him, and he just blocked her, and Matt 2, I don't know if you still remember me or not, but like, class act that you blocked my girlfriend from that old thing that happened. Just, it's good to know that you don't know. It's good to know that even though after everything that happened, you don't know how to deal with people. It's good to know. It was good to know that even though we buried the hatchet, you still kind of didn't understand why. Why. It is good to know that man didn't understand how to deal with people back then. And I remember he tried to scare me saying that, well, I got someone that's watching your videos because I can't watch all of your videos because you talked for too long. Hey, I'm sorry you haven't. And you know, I wanted to say back in the day, well, sorry that me talking pretty much shows that you have the lowest attention span, which I don't even understand how you're even a reviewer, by the way. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. like, dude, I get, like, guys, I understand I talk a lot, but hey, I've always relied on my voice on this channel, so I'm sorry if some of you can't really, like, not comprehend, but just can't sit down, probably have something having me play in the background while you listen to me or something. You could be doing something else while you're listening to me. This really isn't a visual video. You can totally listen to me while you're in a car, or like you're doing some household chores or whatever. Whatever. It's not that hard. I just feel like the dude didn't want to listen to me because, like, legit, he just like, oh my God, no, don't talk about me, and I'm just like, man. How are you on the internet and not understanding that people will talk about you? Jesus. Like, okay, this is the thing about Matt 2 that I'm still just, I will never understand. The man, I remember why I did it now. It was because he was talking about, like, he was talking about all these different, like, brony analysts back in the day. And I was like, man, you need to stop because legit, you're starting something and you're getting all angry that people are talking about you. But, it's like, if you don't want to, like that old song goes, don't start no shit, there won't be no shit. But he did. He started some shit. And then he started some shit with me and we just kind of went back and forth. It's just like, and it was stupid, I ain't gonna lie, but like, he didn't understand that I was gonna talk about him because literally he kept on going. Literally. I almost forgot about how he was like, I have to watch your videos. Like, okay, cool, man. Cool. That just showed, like, I wanted to say, oh, that just shows that you're really insecure that I'm gonna say something about you. I don't know. I don't know why, but I just have, like, me and Annie just attract the most weird, like, me and Annie used to attract the most weirdest motherfucking people that have no social skills with other people whatsoever. Then there was Jared the motherfucking Fox. Y'all know who that motherfucker is. If y'all don't, look up DA, type Jared the Fox, you'll see what I'm talking about. We had Dark and his ilk, Emily, this one chick that just couldn't take being criticized, and like literally said to me that my videos are bad when this like, okay, she said my videos were bad, right? And literally said because my videos were bad because, well, they just were. And guys, she did Roblox videos, not the way I do Roblox videos, right? I'm talking, right? I'm actually talking. I'm moving around. I'm interacting. I'm making jokes. But Emily's videos were always like, she'd use the little Roblox recorder thing. There'd be no sound. It'd just be her playing the game with no sound. Nothing's coming out. She's just going and going and going and going. And she's like, I'll beat a kid or an adult up. It doesn't matter to me. I'm like, like, part of me was thinking back in those days, like, let yourself beat up a kid. Watch as their fucking parents find your ass and beat you down. Watch when that happens. You're not gonna do anything. You're gonna get your ass beat, or worse, they're gonna throw you in jail. But cool, Emily, cool. And let me tell you about Dark Self. He reconciled with us, but I felt like telling you about his because his brain he was not in the right place back in the day. But he was like pretended to be some other dude. He was going on to my freaking video. I was talking about the followers of Dark, which is these people that were messing with Annie. But I really think now I'm thinking about it, I think it was just him. So I'm sitting, so this dude's like, I don't know why you're bringing this up, this DA drama, and if we're talking about this Dark dude, and like, and that really did raise some red flags for me, because I was like, okay, then why the fuck you care about what I gotta say? See, guys, if anybody talks to you and gets all bent out of shape because you're saying that you're talking about a topic, just say, why you making it your problem? Because either they're the same people you've been beefing with, or they just want to start something for the sake of it. Hoy. But yeah, it was this big thing. One of our friends from DA actually came on YouTube and literally got this man in a corner, and he just backed off. Emily, on the other hand, tried to say I was trying to beat her, like trying to threaten her or something. When I wasn't, I was like, one of these days you're gonna be dealing with someone that's gonna take you down. And I'm like, and she probably thought I was like threatening her, but I'm like, it's really telling when someone really has like two settings. Only one setting, being a bitch. like she was being a bitch to Annie and me and a bunch of other shit. Also, I do have some beef with Just a Robot and how he added my girlfriend in his little video, only to just kind of make little jokes about her too. But that's gonna be a video for another day. I'm not really gonna get on that because that's gonna be a rant, and that's gonna be like one rant I will do, and I'm just gonna be done with that. But that's all I really have to say right now, because like the moment I started talking about Just a Robot, part of me just spiked up a little bit. But let me finish. After that, I didn't hear much from Emily. I got Annie off DA because literally people were just using her for like their own problems. They couldn't fight their own battles, so they used my girlfriend for their own purposes, and that still pisses me off to this very day. And Annie, they would give Annie little information, and she'd just kind of jump in. And I still get mad at that because I know Just a Robot, Jar would not know this. But to use my girlfriend and just have these, have this little fan base of like, Just a Robot heads just laughing at her just pisses me off. Because she was just doing, and I know that's not really a good excuse, but she was just doing what her friends asked of her. It was during the Princess Elizabeth shit, and it was just, a bunch of shit. It was a bunch of shit, guys. I'm glad I got her off of DAA when I did, because like shit, I hate seeing Annie stressed out. I hate seeing Annie crying or feeling sad because of people online. Because I always did my best to protect her. That was always my thing. Something that still persists even now that we're very, very, very close in our relationship. I'm just always I'm always, whenever someone's messing with Annie, I'm like, oh, what I gotta do? It's on. And even though I got high blood pressure, I'm like when it comes to Annie, I'm ready to fucking throw down with people. You are not, you guys, you are not prepared to know how far I'm willing to go for Annie. It's really fucking in depth. But yeah. This video was kind of helpful. Because you know what? I feel way better. I finally got a bunch of medium-sized monkeys off my back. And I can just work on something else now. For the rest of you that listened, thank you. For those of you that are probably going to go to Gohan Teen Fighter or Goku Warrior, all I got is this to say. You idiots are going to just take me out of context anyway. I know that because y'all don't like me. I get it. Y'all just prove that, like him, y'all just prove that there's no talking to you guys. To all the people that don't like that I say stuff about Ian Flynn, too bad for you. People have other opinions. Not everybody can hold Ian Flynn to a golden standard like y'all can, to the point where you can't see his faults. X Factor, I would say that I'm sorry for everything, but you did put me through a lot. Let's be real. You did put me through a lot. I got nothing to say to Son Alley fan forever. There's really nothing I can say. And folks, if I give you advice, you can say no. You don't even have to respond. You can say no. You can say no. I'm not gonna listen to this man. He doesn't know what's going on. That's it. No more, no less. But if you gotta say something, please keep it poignant to the actual video. Just saying. Last thing though, guys, for everybody who did listen to me, thank you. It makes it all worthwhile that I have actual people that will actually listen to me and actually hear what I gotta say and hear me out and all this other stuff. I really, really, really dig that I have I got people beside me that really really care about me and give a shit about what I gotta say. It's not like how I had it. It's not how I had it. It's not like how I had it back in the day when most people didn't listen to me and other people just, either freaking insulted me on the way I look. Because Mr. Sagan and his boys said you you got a bad haircut with messed up shirts and all this other stuff. I'm like, dude, I like, and you know, but let me tell you that. Let me tell you this last thing. Now that surprised me because, like, legit, I haven't done like at that time I didn't do videos with my face. So like I was all like, what the fuck? So you just can't. So you're just being weird. Went back into my old videos and just saw the fact that I wasn't like that. You know, looking at my videos, my hair and all that shit. Weird, pal. Weird flex, but okay. I don't know where Mr. Sega and where those morons are. Their only claim to fame to me was just calling me autistic, which I'm like, that's not even an insult. What the fuck? Are you that? Did they not have any other insults, you may ask? No, that was just pretty much their go-to because I like Sonic. Because they were in that fucking camp that says, oh, if you like Sonic, you're definitely autistic. When, like, I'm not. Thank you for asking. Thank you for trying to confirm that. And there ain't nothing wrong with being autistic. But, like, using that as an insult is kind of dumb on a number of reasons. Because people who are autistic, they're not, like, they're not dumb. They're not dumb, but, you know. But, I'm not going to say anything because then I'm going to start talking about Chris and we're going to be here all night. And I got other stuff I need to do. But I'll see you guys later. Peace.